Welcome to 3D.sk, human photo reference for 3D artists and game developers. On this site you can find thousands of images, from studio photo reference to street photo reference. We also have a selection of animals on our site. We have some costumes, we have weapons, armor. We also have 3D scans of bodies and heads, clothing, animals, all the aforementioned above, and 3D maps and textures. Welcome to the next part of this tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be having a look at getting rid of some of the artifacts and errors with the 3D scan data, such as the eyebrows. Hairs don't usually work that well with 3D scan data. They can work well for display purposes, but not so much for games and film. So we can start off by isolating the eyebrows with a mask. So holding Control, just gonna turn off symmetry first of all, and just roughly go around where the eyebrows are. First of all, just with the mask pen. Then you can go with Alt and Control to kind of get the main clump of eyebrow that you want to edit. Try and stay far clear of the eyes if you can. So he's got quite bushy eyebrows, so they're taking up quite a lot of the brow. We can just get rid of little bits later. It's the main area that we want to focus on first. Like these little bits can be, we can get rid of them later. But now what I want to do is I want to create a shape that will most likely mimic the brow a little bit. Let's have a look at both of them. Okay. Okay, now you can invert the selection and we can start working on this. I'm just going to go ahead with Trim Dynamic, working from the bottom first, and just kind of trim dynamic this down a little bit, almost flatten it out. Same on the other side. See what that's kind of doing? It's kind of flattening out the eyebrow, which is what we want. Be careful though. Okay, that's fine on that side. Go to this side, kind of smooth it out a little bit. And let's just smooth those areas out completely once we've got them flattened down. Okay, now the eyebrows are mostly gone, or completely gone. I'm going to go ahead with a brush clay build up and just kind of build it up a little bit like so. Going vertically and kind of like this. Then smooth that out just to give it some kind of lumpiness and some not so flat. I'm going to start building up the shape a little bit more. Okay, now we can turn the mask off and have a look how it looks. Okay, so this bit needs a bit more stuff on it. Okay, smooth that out. Maybe we want to go for something more like the other side. Trim down and make this down a little bit. have a look at the underside. There's some weird stuff going on the underside, so I'm just going to use Alt to kind of trim dynamic brush is great for this kind of stuff when you're trying to remake the shape of something. Smooth the eye a bit too much there. So there is something strange going on here. It might have something to, yeah, it's to do with the topology. So what we can do for now is we can just kind of trim dynamic that and just kind of make it the shape that we want to have. Just going to go over with the Alt trim dynamic to kind of make that a bit more obvious. Kind of build this up a little bit. Okay. I'm going to get my BDS out now. And just kind of very lightly press and just kind of make some very loose kind of skin fold or wrinkles. Here's the glabella, so we can kind of maybe make that go out a little bit more. Maybe we can do something like this. Maybe use our brush clay build-up tool to kind of make like a little kind of skin fold here, maybe. That looks too uneven. Maybe we should just stick with having one bigger than the other. I think that'll work out better in the long run. Okay. What I do want to do is I do want to kind of just make this a tiny bit bigger or smaller in a way. Kind of like so. Kind of like the look of that. Because now I can go to my BST tool and just kind of bring this out a little bit maybe. Then I can bring this out. Maybe I didn't need to. Gonna do something like this. Got a bit of skin hanging down on that side. Okay, I'm gonna say I'm pretty happy with that. Let's say that it kind of goes like so. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to add some texture back into this. So going back to the last episodes where we imported a 3D texture. So I'm just going to go here. I'm going to go to the face UV. Just open this quickly. See if it has any reference for me. Okay, so apparently 19 and 17. Let's try 17. See how this looks. Obviously you have to go to modify. Mid value was 50. RF was 40. Had it on max. Lower intensity. Let's just see how this looks with drag rectangle. Okay, that could match. Let's try Alt. I think the Alt key matches a lot better. Do if we want is just kind of... Actually, that's missing some because of the smooth, so maybe I can just kind of drag this on here and kind of do that. How does that look with and without? Okay, so with it adds a bit more texture. Think I can manage with that. Okay, same on the other side. Kind of do that. And it's all looking like it's matching now. Maybe we can use the BST tool without the alpha on and dots. Maybe a bit more intensity to kind of bring this brow out a little bit more if we wanted to. Like make it a little bit less harsh. Kind of do that. Maybe just here a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so now we can carry on to the eyes. So we're going back to brush trim dynamic. We're going to, don't think masking off is that necessary here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of trim dynamic these eyelashes back down a little bit. Like so. Doesn't matter about the inside of the eye because we're going to be making a cavity there anyway. Trying to get rid of some of this kind of weird artifacts that are going on. Left eye is worse than the right. Let's smooth this out now. We're going to add some texture back into it anyway. Some weird artifacting going on here, so I might just try brush clay build up, bring it down, and then bring it back out again. Smooth this area out. Just trying to make it in a way that we can put our own eyelashes in later. Using trim dynamics, smooth, brush clay build up to kind of get it where we want it. Okay, don't know what I did there, but yeah. Let's just go here. Trying to also keep the angle if I can. Smooth this out. Using a very small trim dynamic brush. Kind of get in here and do some work to this. Smooth it out. Okay, now you can see that the eyelashes are gone and it's looking a little bit more smooth now. Now I'm going to go back in with the BDS and I'm just going to kind of make that shape a little bit better there. Yeah, that's good. You can accentuate things a little bit if you like. I might just do that a little bit here. Maybe bring back some of that. Get brush clay build up, maybe build that up a little bit. You at home can do whatever you really like to this. You can make it completely different if you liked. But I'm gonna try just do a few little things to make it better in my opinion. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say I'm fairly happy with that. Now we can start making the oral cavity. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go around and mask everything that is not the eyeball. Or I might just go ahead and just mask the eyeball. And then invert the selection. Try and get a little bit maybe over, so then you can unmask. So a very small brush here. Oops, need to hold control. Okay, so now we can invert that selection. Make sure that we've got none of the eye here. Okay, and now we're just going to get a brush clay build-up brush, and we're just going to cave that in like so. Just press Alt and just kind of cave it in. What you're going to do after is you're just going to smooth it all out. What you could even do, if you wanted, is delete it. But generally having a bit of an oral cavity is better. Yeah, I did that at a bit of a wrong angle, so another solution is just to use the Move tool, unmask Mesh Center, and just kind of pull these back once you press on the lock, of course. Autosave is in progress. Okay, and then that's going to give you a result like that, and then you can smooth them out. And it helps you kind of retain the shape a little bit. Obviously, I forgot to mask something here, or it's just not showing so well. Let's go to masking, and let's go sharpen mask. Blur, sharpen. That should get rid of all the little pieces. Okay. Don't need it that deep. Just gonna go inflate. Never mind. Just gonna smooth this out. Gonna get a large smooth. Gonna get them and just kind of smooth them out. Turn off the smooth. Let's turn off the mask and let's go ahead and just kind of edit this so we can fit an eye in it later. Smooth it out in areas. That's fine there. That's fine there. Okay, so there's the eye cavity done. If we turn off the other subtool, we could get the eyes back if we want, so later we can see where his eyes are placed. We can move on to the mouth cavity in the next episode, as we've run out of time on this episode. Don't want the videos to be too long, so I'll see you in the next episode where we'll be covering the mouth cavity, which is a bit trickier to do than the eye cavity, and we'll be fixing up some other things maybe around the ears. As you can see here, there's some strange stuff going on and inside the ears. Maybe we can clean up around here as well, and maybe move around the neck a little bit. So I'll see you in the next episode. Welcome to the end of this tutorial. Feel free to comment with feedback and suggestions below, and also comment on what you would like to see in future videos. Thanks and goodbye.